So, from my last video, there were two maps that stuck out to me. One of them was a Fnaf 3 map, which I decided to play through and complete the main Easter egg quest on. Now, my first few attempts were, well, very tragic. I kinda got confused while following the steps to the wall number pad. I also learned during the step that I may be illiterate, as it says right here. Also, I kept shooting numbers a little too early, which caused the first few numbers to not register, which meant the third or fourth numbers would be input first, and it would mess up the order, and I was being dumb. Again, a fault of my own stupidity. As a side effect of this, I ended up going through many more rounds than I intended to, which caused the zombies to take a lot more shots to kill. Also, not really sure why I swapped weapons here. It was a pretty stupid move with zero reason. As for my second attempt, this more so ended from just lack of understanding how the last step worked. Let me go over the steps now. First step, of course, is to turn on the power. Now, the rest of the steps required a pack-punch weapon, so I got that first, but these seem to be able to be done in any order. Next, I shot the 3 cupcakes, one next to Foxy's head, one at the end of the hall next to the perk machine spawn, and the last one on top of the corner arcade machine in the arcade room. Then, I shot the blue buttons on the 2 arcade machines next to each other, the order being the top left one, the bottom left one, the top right one, and the bottom right one. I actually did those 2 at the same time. I shot the arcade cupcake, then the buttons, then the last 2 cupcakes. So, once again, don't worry about the order of the steps if you're doing this yourself too. Now, this last step is the number pad one that confused me because I didn't read it fully. You can see this orangish red spot that helps indicate where the number pad starts, as it is directly above where the number 2 would be. So, the number pad is laid out like this. The code I have to put in with my upgraded gun is 395248. You may be wondering how I got this number. It was on the forum. Also, it was the number shown on the loading screen, which, may I add, is actually a really cool looking loading screen. I completely almost forgot to add, there is a poster you also have to find. It's a Bloom Boy poster. You just interact with it and you pick it up. Now, after all those steps are done, this machine in the arcade room should be powered on and be able to be interacted with. Here's where my lack of understanding kicked in. Look at the round I did the step on last time. Now look at my current round. I believe that the reason it had so many zombies last time was because it would simply take the round I was on and spawn the zombies for that round only, and that it'd be easier on a lower round. I was wrong. Well, kinda. Of course it would be easier on a lower round because zombies have less health. However, I, being the genius that I am, only ever bought quick revive, and so once a single zombie got through, I was screwed, because it's never just a single zombie. Now, you may think, oh, he had quick revive, he'll likely make sure to get another strong gun, a full loadout of perks, and he'll complete the step easily. And to that I say, you overestimate me. I bought Jug and quick revive again, and I went in again 2 rounds later, and died again. Then I willingly reset the match. To my credit though, had it not been for lack of ammo, I think I could have done it. Now, this is my last attempt for the day, and it was going really well. I got a strong gun, finished the steps early, and I decided to wait till I was truly ready for the holdout. I got the best weapons I could get. The big f***ing gun 9001. Not to be confused with the BFG 9000. I mean, they're completely different. The BFG is a Doom weapon. I assume. I've actually never played any Doom games, but based off the sound it made, I assume. Meanwhile, the other is simply just a big f***ing gun. 9001. Also, the Man of War Pack-a-Punch had a really cool effect of spawning in a green orb that would jump zombie to zombie and murk them. Then, I had the SWAT upgraded. It just shot fast and I thought it was cool. So I initiated the holdout. I was prepared for anything. It was actually incredibly easy. I just rolled through them with the SWAT. That was it. No special weapons or anything. Just... So, I had done it. I completed the main quest, and now I had a little Freddy on the bottom left of my screen. Now, something I left out was that during my first attempt, I noticed that the zombies I killed sent red orbs to this Dead by Daylight style hook. So, I looked it up and saw that there was a small Easter egg with this too. It works as a soul box, and once it's fully filled, a body will spawn on the hook. However, none of the zombies I killed would feed it souls. Then I realized it would only fill up during the frenzy rounds. Previously I called them high speed rounds, which is funny in hindsight. After causing the body to spawn, a red orb would appear on the map, and it'd make a strange but easy to notice noise. I saw someone say it was the electric cherry jingle, but warbled or something of the sort. You have to find and shoot this orb 3 separate times with an upgraded weapon, and each time you shoot it, it'll go flying around the map until it eventually settles in its new spot, which I learned can be out of the map, so keep an eye out for that. After you shoot it those 3 times, you'll hear the Michael Myers theme, and if you go to the hanging corpse, you can sacrifice an upgraded weapon and it'll spawn a knife in its hand. You can then take this knife from it, and it's supposed to be a one-shot kill up to round 28. I also saw someone say they got an upgraded version of the knife or something like that from the pumpkin drops, but that it wasn't stronger and just simply swung faster. I can't confirm for myself, but I figured I should add that in anyways just in case. Now, before we get to this last Easter egg, I want to say that I'm not a high rounds player myself. I enjoy more Easter eggs and quests and maps than anything else. I really enjoyed the way the main Easter egg was, and how it was a reference to the Happiest Day ending in Fnaf 3. I also thought the upgraded knife Easter egg side quest was really cool, and I love things like that in zombie maps. So this final Easter egg was not something I was personally going to do, especially since I had already quit my last match before seeing anything about this last bit. However, I decided to start a new match and initiate it anyways, just to check it out. What I read said to interact with his jigsaw doll on the bench during a frenzy round. However, when I did this, a laugh played, then nothing. My assumption is that you need to have done the main Easter egg quest in the same match and then try to initiate it. Either that or my game bugged out, I'm not really sure. But after like an hour or 2 of playing zombies, I was kind of burnt out. So I was not doing all that again. It's supposed to take you to round 200, and once you complete that, you're able to get a wonder weapon from the box, which I did not know there was another wonder weapon and figured there was just the 2 Doom weapons and the Reagan Mark II. However, most of the pack-a-punch weapons are pretty viable and have cool little effects, so I also recommend trying those out if you can play this map. And once again, the map will be linked in the description along with the forum post that I read all this info from. I absolutely loved this map, I had a ton of fun on it, and if you're able, I 100% recommend playing it. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and adios!